January 23rd, 2025. Going to see The Wolfman, a little late to the party.
Yep.
But it's Chicago and it's cold and people are sick. So,
yeah.
What's your predictions, Chris?
I believe that it's going to be some really bad CGI, and I think that the little girl is going to save the day. I think she's going to be like, Dad, there's no more Wolfman. Be my dad again. And I guarantee you that's how it's going to end.
Okay. I'm going the other direction. I think Dad's gonna die.
Oh, okay.
I do think he's gonna do a self-sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
He's on a self-sacrifice for sure.
And everything the director and writer's sort of been saying about this film makes me think I'm not gonna love it.
Oh, the movie's going to start with the family driving together.
Yes.
They're going to be driving together, and it's going to be it's going to look like a Ford F-150 commercial. Like, that's going to be the opening of it, for sure.
All right. What else? Yeah. How scary do you think it's going to be?
On a scale of like 1 to 10, I think it'll be like a 3 or 4. I don't think it's going to be that scary.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that scary.
I hope we have good jump scares.
Hopefully. I don't think I'll overdo it on the jump scares, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are my predictions.
All right.
Yes.
We will come back.
Cool.
All right. Just made it out of the Wolfman.
Yes.
Initial thoughts.
It was better than what I thought. They didn't use like CGI.
Mm-hmm.
It was all makeup, practical effects. Not bad. It wasn't that bad.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah. What were your initial? Same?
Yeah, I was expecting to rate this as like a 2, but this is like a movie where if you're like 12 and watching it because you think you're like, I feel like I'd be scared if I was a kid watching this.
Yeah, but I think you could take your family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It wouldn't be like it's a good. This would be a good first horror movie for a kid.
Yeah.
This is a good one for a kid. Yes, traumatized a little bit, but this is a good one,
dude.
for your kid. Man, I'm trying to think.
Overall plot. What did you think of the story itself?
Story was good. I thought it was going to be like the typical, we're a happy family. Yeah. Everything's perfect.
Yeah.
This was like, no, like out the gate. Mm-hmm. Out the gate, the husband was like, hey, could you not take the phone call right now? I'm trying to cook dinner. Like, it was like they already had like a disconnect.
Okay.
And then there was the mom and the daughter also not being connected. So I was like, it felt like, oh, there's already an issue. There's already a problem. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like the perfect like family, which I thought was good. But the plot overall was great. It was a great story. The opening scene was great. I would say too, I think the sound design in this movie was really good. This was like one of the I think for horror movies, sound design always really good, but this was a really good movie with sound design. How about you for the plot? What are you thinking?
Man, I actually thought this was one of the weaker parts.
Okay, that's fair.
I actually, you know what, for him not trying to go traditional with the moon and it's a curse, it's more of a disease. I was like, okay, you know what, it wasn't as bad as I expected, because I watched him do, I read an interview or something, and he said he wasn't going the old school route.
That's a good point. I didn't think about it. The moon was never shown.
No.
Not one time.
No, and so I didn't mind it, but I didn't like these little subplots with there wasn't enough time for it to feel like they have real problems, you know? They've got these 2 writers or a journalist living in New York, like clearly affording of it. I'm like, I don't feel for these.
It happened pretty fast. It was a lot of they became cool really quick. Yeah. Like, they didn't argue again. I think once they got on the road and went to Oregon, that is a good point. Yeah, they didn't argue again. I felt like, go ahead. Yeah.
Do you think the whole the mom's not really maternal? Again, it felt like too short to be.
Yeah, did it feel believable to you?
No.
I didn't feel as believable either.
No.
It was kind of like he's unemployed, so he has more time to spend with her, and then she's like the hardworking, because she was an editor, right, or journalist. She was like a journalist. Yeah, she was like a journalist working in New York. Yeah, it did move really quick, and also it's like an hour and a little
short of 2 hours.
Yeah, short of 2 hours, but it moved really quickly.
That it did.
But it dragged once it got to the actual farm and the wolf. It dragged out further in that part.
Okay, before I go into a specific, this was still part of the plot, but that part where he's been injured, he still has his brain a bit, and he's telling his daughter oh, I'm so sorry, this might cause you a scar, and that whole
bonding.
Speech was too much. I was like, this is the stuff we're supposed to dig into, and
that's like a third act. That's usually a third act thing, but because he's transforming, they got to push everything to act one.
Does it need to be said?
It does need to be said. I did think the scene was funny because he's giving this whole speech. They're bonding. He's like, "Yo, you're the like, you mean so much to me. You, oh my God, I just love you so much." And the mom is just like in the other room with her arms folded, right? just just distancing herself even further. And I thought that was like, all right, now y'all kind of milking it. Like we get it.
Yes.
We get it. The mom isn't as close as they are. We get it, but they did drag it. They drag it. The Oscar music should have started for him to get off the speech.
Yes. Yeah. The characters overall, though, outside of like
the characters,
it was good acting.
The acting was great.
What they were given was really, really good.
It was really good. The main character, the guy who transforms, did a great job.
Yeah.
There was a lot of scenes where he didn't speak and you just saw the emotion in his face. I thought that was really good. I thought the daughter was like typical, like the typical like
good young actress.
Yeah, good young actress. The mom, I feel like you said, I don't think she was given enough in the script to work with. She's a great actress because she was great in Ozark, and I loved her in that. I think this was one of those things where like she wasn't given a lot in the script.
Yeah,
be scared. Yeah. Be concerned.
There were some good jump scares, actually. I was pleased.
There was really good jumps. And I think it's the sound design.
Yes,
like the sound design added to it. I thought the sound of the werewolf was great. My personal favorite scene is when the spider is crawling on the wall.
Oh, okay.
And because he's turning into a werewolf, the sound is so heightened to where you think it's a werewolf in the house. And then he opens the door and it's just a spider. But his sense of like the sound is like, that was a great scene. That was probably my favorite.
I think actually immediately after where he starts falling and the camera fell with him, that moment was my favorite. I really liked it.
They did a great job with the transformation and making it different. I thought he was just going to start pop locking on the floor and then just turning and then he does the typical get away from me thing. He didn't do any of that. He slowly transformed, and I will give a credit to the wife because she noticed instantly.
Yeah.
Like typically the wife is like, Daddy will be fine. He's okay. He's just, he's a little hairy, but he's fine. No, she out the gate. She was like, your dad's sick.
Yeah.
We need to get the batteries, get the car started. She was on it. I give her credit for that. She was super attentive of that.
No, it was good.
Yeah.
Our predictions.
I feel like I was accurate. In every horror movie, there's always a scene where the family's driving. And everybody and the daughter's in the back, and they're playing like the game, like, oh, what animal are you? Oh, honey, there's some trees. They definitely did that, but they did not do the CGI, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
The daughter did she didn't really. I guess the mom turned out to be the hero, right?
Yeah.
The mom kind of stepped up.
Yeah.
And I would say she was kind of the hero. How about you and your predictions? I know you said
he was gonna sacrifice himself,
but you didn't. Yeah. No.
He didn't sacrifice himself, but that whole he wants it to be done.
Yeah, he did, technically, right? I guess he kind of sacrificed himself.
He couldn't live that way.
Yeah, that was the other thing about this werewolf movie too. I always thought in werewolf movies, once the moon goes goes away, then it's they turn into a regular human.
Yeah.
Okay. No, they stay a werewolf 24/7. It's a full-time werewolf job. I thought it was gonna be part-time. They were full-time. Okay,
then going back to plot and circling back to the whole we don't go out after dark, and it's just it was a little dramatic.
But you always need that's another thing in horror movies. Yep, you need that guy that's like, where are you guys going? Oh, it's dangerous up there. You shouldn't go up there. There's always that guy.
You feel that
Every
role.
horror movie, he did a great job in that role, but you always need that character. It's you guys know what you're getting into? Well, let me tell you. Let me give you this exposition.
Yeah.
But I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Who would be your MVP of the movie?
The mom was. I'm surprised. I was complaining to you about. I don't think the preview set up this film well, actually.
Yeah, because it made it look like it was a lot of running, a lot of catching glimpses of the werewolf. But I think
not seeing his transition, not seeing he's actually with them for most of the movie. Yeah. In the back of the car seat. That's a big scene in the preview.
I would give. I think I agree with you on that. She was definitely the MVP. Who was your least favorite character? Because she went from least to MVP.
Right. I think no least favorite character, but just those side plots, man, those little B plots.
You just didn't
No, it didn't feel necessary. You don't need a reason to set up we're gonna go to Oregon. You know what I mean? They could have, and there was some cheesy ass writing.
Yeah, that is true though. This was a really there was what 5 characters in this total movie?
The dad, the neighbor, and them 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, damn, that was a really small cast.
Yeah.
That was
It was very much a traditional monster in the house.
Yeah, very traditional monster in the house for sure.
Yeah. What else? Okay, so if you could change anything, I know I already basically said what I would change.
You would take away the B plot. I would say if I could change anything, man, what would I change? I think I would. Yeah, I don't. Man, I was like, I feel like I kind of wish they would have stayed in that. When they start the opening scene and he's with his dad, I kind of wish they would have stayed in that longer. Because then they jump right to 30 years later. I kind of would have liked to stayed in that a little bit longer and gotten just a little bit more. But the heart of that was that he didn't have a good relationship with his dad. But I guess I would have liked to have seen a little bit more. We got glimpses that the dad really was trying to protect him, but I kind of wish they would have stayed in that more.
Exactly. So
even that out,
even that piece, it's like his whole bit about, you know, we're inches away from death. You could lose someone. Clearly, he's lost something. And
I couldn't. And that was a great point too, because I was like, I didn't know if that was because maybe they lost, because his mom, the mom thing, they didn't bring it up. But he's also had a military background, so I was like, oh, maybe I don't know if he was talking in terms of the military and being so close to death, or he had experienced something with the werewolf. Yeah, that was something they should have added. The mom. Yeah.
I couldn't help but think. It looks like you try to cast for characters that look like if you're gonna have biological children, right? And he did not look anything like his father. And so actually though, that scene when they're on top of not the greenhouse, but that
the truck, when the truck turns over.
No. And then they ran out of the truck and to escape, they're on top of that greenhouse structure.
Yeah.
When
that was a great scene too.
The werewolf, sliced it open and you saw a glimpse of him. In that scene, looking up, that's where I'm like, oh my god, that's the dad. There's something about that moment where I'm like, I don't know if it was the color. Yeah. Because that's the thing, like, his son is like dark hair, curly. The dad is like auburn.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I did say that. I did say that when the opening scene. I did say that. I was like, oh, maybe. I was like, yeah, because you didn't see the mom.
Right.
But you could just kind of tell. I was like, okay, like.
And he didn't say dad until the end of the scene. He was, sir.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, I was just about to bring up another point too. Oh, the other thing that added to this movie, because it was like what, maybe like 6 or 7 other people in the theater. Yeah. So I was laughing at certain scenes because, like, of course that's tension. Yes, the movie's scary, but the chick behind us, all you can hear is like hyperventilating behind us. I'm like, yo, Joe. I'm like, yo, calm down.
I didn't hear her. They were sitting on your side.
No, she was behind. I think she was like to your right. But you could hear her breathing at certain moments. Like every time she opened the door, you could she's like in the back. Why she opened the door? Why she gotta open the door? I was like, yo, chill.
I thought it was the couple that left, and that's
no, it was a couple. The couple that stayed. Now the couple that left. That's a total. Now that right there. That couple left, it had to be 15 minutes into the movie, right? The movie, I don't even think, he didn't even turn.
It wasn't dark yet. It wasn't night.
Yeah, it wasn't nighttime. He didn't even turn into a werewolf. Like, I don't even think, like, his hair itself didn't even grow yet. And the dude, all you hear is keys. You hear keys fumbling. They left their popcorn. They left their drink.
Full bucket. Didn't even enjoy it. $12 probably bucket of pop.
Yeah, the only theories I have is either one, the guy, he probably brought her out and was like, hey, I think this is going to help our relationship. Like, we're going to go see the Wolfman movie. And I think she sat down and was like, Anthony, why did you bring me here? We're going home. That's my first theory. The second theory is that was her side dude. And her husband probably texted her like, hey.
Blowing up the phone.
Yeah, probably like, hey, babe, I thought you said you were going to bring the Chipotle back in like 10 minutes. And then she saw that text, and then she looked at her side guy and was like, Anthony, it's time to go. Like, my husband's looking for me. We need to go. And then he probably was like, come on, it's the Wolfman. She's like, no, Anthony. He hasn't transformed. Nothing's happening. Let's go. Like, I've never seen anybody like sit down for 12 minutes.
Adults, I could see walking out with kids.
But leaving the popcorn behind.
No, take your food.
Yeah, at least take the popcorn. And the popcorn, you could tell he didn't even eat any.
No.
Popcorn bucket full. That was hilarious.
That was
Them
great.
Leaving was funny.
That was great.
Yeah.
What else?
It couldn't have been that they were scared. I don't think they were scared and they left.
No.
They too grown. They're too grown for that too. They're too grown.
Yeah. So we said 1 of 5. So 5 is a rewatch, classic, merch buy. A 4 is almost there, but something was missing. 3, not worth seeing in theaters. The trailer fooled me. 2, forced to watch it. Not your pick. 1, protest this movie.
So I would say, right, I think this is a movie I think you should see in theaters.
Yeah.
Only because you really appreciate, like I said, that sound design was so good.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if you see it at home, you're not going to appreciate it.
Yeah.
But being in the theater, hearing the sound, is like, you really appreciate it. So, it's definitely a movie you should see in the theater. I would give it like a 3.5.
Yeah.
I could say a 3.5, maybe.
I'd agree.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
It's a shame it's coming out in January. This is a great October movie.
Yeah, I don't know why horror movies do that. Like, January, I think I saw a preview, right? One is like in March, like spring. I mean,
are these the ones they tend to think don't do well?
That could be it too, because this was I don't know what the budget of this movie was, but
you want me to look it up?
Yeah, I can't remember. I know it was a small cast, so I would assume the budget wasn't too crazy. And then the set pieces, it was only in a farm, and then like the New York apartment. So yeah, I would assume the budget wasn't too crazy. But I think the fact that this was made by Blumhouse, though, they did a great job. I really, like I said, the sound design was great, the acting was great, the cinematography was great. Like
25 million, sorry.
25 million?
Yeah.
That probably went to, who'd that go to? Oh, probably the makeup design, probably.
Well, the director / writer, this is the Saw guy, right?
Oh, it is? No, legit, I didn't know that.
I didn't either until like
he made the new Saw?
Made quite a few. No, I think he was the original, dude.
Wait, that was but that was James Wan. Oh, that was his partner.
Ah.
Is that his partner who wrote the script with him? Oh yeah, he's great.
So he must pull a decent check.
Yeah, so you think it all went to him? You think he was like, all right, 19 million for me.
The Ozark actress gets the rest.
Yeah, he's probably like, you guys can split this 1 million, figure it out.
I don't know.
No, he's great.
I don't know enough to know about budgets, but
yeah, but no, he wrote. I think him and James Wan like wrote Saw together.
Yeah.
And I know he's written a lot of other movies too, but he's really good.
Yeah.
Him and James. I mean, it makes sense because I think James Wan and I forgot the guy who created Blumhouse. I think they're like working together now.
Okay.
So, but this was a pretty good horror movie.
It was. Would you
agree with the 3.5?
I would agree.
Yeah.
I will say they won me over with it not being a traditional one because I do like the black and white version of this is a monster when the wolf is high.
Yeah.
When the moon is full.
And I like werewolf movies, The Howling, American Werewolf in London. Like, those are my favorite werewolf movies, and I thought this wasn't too bad. I'm glad they didn't go over I was scared they were gonna do CGI.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of scared about that. I'm trying to think of anything else. Like I said, it's a good horror movie. Got the cliches. The cliches are there, but it's not too bad.
It's predictable, but it's enjoyably predictable.
That's a good way to put it. Enjoyably predictable. Yeah.
Outside of some cheesy ass writing.
Yeah, and the speeches, just like a lot of father-daughter.
Yeah.
This is a good movie for fathers and daughters. Like, if you're a father and you're trying to rebuild your relationship with your daughter, you should take her to go see this. If you haven't seen your daughter in a while, you should take her to go see this movie. Take her to go see this movie. Be like, hey, we're gonna go see Wolfman. That's gonna bring you guys together.
I was thinking that of all the films we're gonna watch this year, it'd be pretty hard to beat this kid's PTSD. Like, you can't get more PTSD than this.
She's done. She's over.
Done.
Yeah,
he scarred her.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, she's done. Yeah, she's done. The mom, like at this point, the mom is at a lose-lose.
Yeah.
She's at a lose-lose because I think this brought them closer, but at the same time, she was so close with her dad. That's gonna break her.
Yeah.
Like, once they get back to the city, like they're in Oregon right now, the trees, they got the lake, everything's beautiful. But once they get back to New York and she starts seeing the taxis and the ambulance sirens,
a wolf barks, a dog barks.
All right, yeah, she can't get no pets, like no more like dogs. That's done. Now her mom can't. Like, man, her mom. That's got to be the toughest thing in a horror movie, to be a parent and to be dealing with horror shit going on around you. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a vampire, werewolf, whatever. But being a parent is already like a tough job. Yeah. But now you got like a monster in the house, and now you got to deal with that. Yeah. Damn, that's like I would say that's a good video we should do later. The most traumatized kids from horror movies. Yeah. But she's up there, man. She's definitely up there. Right now, number one for me is Andy from Child's Play. Because your Chucky doll coming to life, I mean, that's just,
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there
Can't
anything?
escape dolls.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
I like the fact that the first time he got in was through a doggy door, right, in the house.
Oh, yeah.
I was surprised. I didn't realize at first. I'm like, did he break through the wood?
Yeah, but I didn't catch that. But it was a dog,
because he had the German Shepherd when he was growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of symbolism, or there was a lot of foreshadowing, too.
Wait, great. That's a good point about the symbolism thing. Mm-hmm. What the hell was the opening shot about? About the ants attacking the wasp?
That was
like a
weird.
bunch of ants, and they
I was like, try to remember this moment, Christina, and if you had said it, I forgot about it already.
I thought that was going to come back. I don't know what that represented, though. You had all these ants working together, taking down this wasp. Yeah, I don't know what that represents. You have a colony of ants taking out wasps. I don't know. I'm pretty bad with symbolism too. Like riddles, I'm not good at. So like a text message, a text message, I'm not good at. Yeah. Like if she's like, let's hang out, I'm like, what is this? What is this? What does this mean? So I'm really bad with symbolism.
I mean, even the ending when he's looking up at the trees, sort of like this coming home. This is where I'm from. But again, it doesn't feel earned. Like, you know, it's not like he was that connected with it. They didn't sell like the kid was that connected with it.
I think that's why I think that they should have stayed in the past more and built it out more to make you appreciate it a lot more. But it was a good callback at the end. She definitely, I mean, I didn't think, because she's like a journalist, so I didn't think she shot him like right in the heart. Like, no, I'm just saying, she like, out the gate, I was like, man, maybe she gonna like give us some time, you know, maybe she gonna wound him. I was like, damn, girl, you just gonna kill him out the gate? Like, damn, all right.
That's the thing, like, he wants it over. I was just like,
this was a great movie though. I thought this was it was better than what I thought it was.
Yes.
I went in with no expectations, but this was pretty good.
But me and you both thinking in that moment, we're like, there's another one, right? There's another werewolf.
I thought there was another werewolf.
It would have been good.
Yeah, and most werewolf movies are like that. Usually, like you gotta kill the OG one, and then there's like the other one, and
So then, what's the next film?
The next movie for us is
right?
Yes, the SZA and Keke Palmer movie, which is, what is that called?
One of Them Nights.
Is it One of Them Days?
One of Them Days.
It's one of them evenings, one of them mornings. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna see it next.
It's gonna be a lot.
Yes, we're gonna see that next Friday.
Yeah, it sounds good. Cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, see a comedy movie to, you know, like get over this like PTSD and trauma. Yeah. You know, now we can see some comedic trauma. Yeah. So that'd be fun. Yeah.
All right, cool.
So I guess we will see you guys again soon.
We're new at this. Be patient. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're figuring this out.
Yeah. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Anything we missed?
Yeah, if you agree with our takes, if you like, yo, these takes are trash.
That's fine.
You know, let us know your takes, and then I could be like, yo, your takes are trash, and then,
Oh, man, if we keep this going at the end of the year, we should save the best. Or the best worst
takes. Oh, yeah, the best and worst takes. We should do that, and we'll put it on the green screen.
Yes.
And then we'll go through it and be like, all right, James 78.9, he thinks that Ben Affleck is the best actor of all time. Wow. And then we're like, all right, James gets blocked. Delete his account. We get his account deactivated. Yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, this was great. Great first video.
Yeah, one more week.
Cool. Record, and then let's say if I were to put it.
And we can pop out and even see how wide it looks.
Yeah, because let me take this. I'm gonna take that off. Do you want to stand over there, or like here?
Oh no, I wanted to see it on the screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was just gonna put it. So if I get, how does it look? Like if I push it back?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I was recording it, and I was gonna have us sitting there.
Just tell me, like, you're mostly in shot. Am I in shot?
Yeah, you're pretty good. Like your shoulders cut off a little bit.
This side? Oh, that's fine.
If I push it back.
That's more intimate, you know?
Yeah, so it's actually not bad at all.
It's recording right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Well, I guess I didn't even have to press record to do all that.